So today we're going to demo Windsurf's newly launched feature, Fast Context, which is going to completely change how developers use AI coding assistants and their IDE. We have our special guest here today, Cerebras from Cognition. He could kind of talk about this new feature and how it's going to just completely change the game for developers.
I think it's an improvement because it's doing very smart things to improve the state of the art. And I think that's you always want to be using the state of the art. Just use it as a normal coding agent. It's going to accelerate any coding agent experience because every coding agent starts by reading a file. We have Andre Kapati's NanoChat repo here. Basically, this is a normal Windsurf experience. It's a VS Code fork. Everyone knows VS Code. The main idea is that you can ask any question that you want. So, for example, like explain the data sets. It would basically navigate the code base according to how you do these things. So this is how normal code base exploration is searching. Right? It's very slow. It's searching sequentially and it's reading like a few files and all that. That's what's happening in a normal sort of code base exploration. So here I'm gonna force trigger the fast context, and I'm gonna ask the exact same question, but I'm gonna do command enter. And that's going to force the usage of fast context. So it's reading a lot more files, and you can see how quickly it starts to respond, and that's obviously accelerated by Cerebras.
Okay, so it's actually not just going faster, it's actually reading more files.
Yeah, that's why we created fast context as a sub-agent, because it eliminates a trade-off that a normal agent would have to make of like, I really need to get back to my user on this, because they want as fast as possible. So here, you can see like that improvement in this small code base. And the idea is that it powers every conversation that you have. It will start working on like a larger code base even more. But I think even in this small code base, you can start seeing parallelism working for you, that massive speed up in inference, and then also that multi-turn if it's needed. Here it looks like my question was too simple. It wasn't multi-turn, but you can actually see that in larger queries.
And so what are all the different components that are contributing to this speed up? And then why was this such an important thing to focus on?
There's literally a section in the blog post called What Makes You Get Fast.
Read the blog post.
One is parallelizing everything. So obviously I think everyone understands doing things in sequence is slower than doing things in parallel if you can get the parallelism right. And that's a model quality that we tuned for. And the second thing is fast tool calls. So we actually wrote custom implementations of grep. And like file access and file search, we work on like indexing and multi-threading and like curating the tool set so that basically you don't use like normal Unix utilities, for example, which might be optimized for human users in the single-threaded environments.
Are other coding assistants also doing parallel tool calling?
I actually don't know. When we announced this, people said they were experimenting with it, but I don't think in like very widely used ones I know of them. If they exist, then I just haven't come across it. And then the last part is Cerebras. So like once we train the model for parallelism and limited agency, we want to also host the inference somewhere as fast as possible, and obviously that's Cerebras.
Do you have a ballpark for how much of it was the model and what you guys did versus how much was literally just the hardware that you guys are running on?
We do have a ballpark. This is from one of my engineers. I actually asked for additional ablations on this, but we just didn't have the time to run it very robustly. But we do use every inference provider you can name of, and we have a pretty decent experience on like how much inference speed we could get out of those. And there's a reason that we went for Cerebras.
Amazing. I mean, we're super excited about the future. A ton of folks at Cerebras also love Windsurf and use it regularly. And so this is already live, right?
So you literally use Windsurf and you fire up the Cascade agent inside of Windsurf and go to town.
Great. Thanks so much.
Yeah.